I think I was happy that at last government is trying to take the right step in the right direction. Because for so many years, I personally have advocated that government need to get their hands completely out of power generation, transmission, and distribution. For more than 60 years, that's exactly what government has been doing. Trying to run the electricity subsector like a kind of a social work team. But it's very clear that it's no longer working. There is no way government can handle this electricity subsector, knowing fully well that what it takes to keep it running is huge. And on the other hand, for government to run it at the actual rate, the actual cost per kilowatt hour of electricity, it is becoming very, very difficult for government to lay it bare and allow market forces to determine what Nigerians should actually pay for electricity. So this is the right step.
But, if you look at what we have done so far in the privatization sector, especially in the privatization of the power sector, the electricity sector, have we fared any significantly better? I mean, this whole process started and was kind of culminated around 2012 and all of that. So between 2012 and now, if you look at if you take an assessment of all of the privatization efforts, the activities of the private sector, led initiative in the electricity sector, how significant has it been?
For many years, government tried doing it on its own. It was very clear, it wasn't working. So in 2005, the Electricity Reform Act was enacted. The idea was for government to tactically withdraw from the scene and allow private organizations to take charge of power generation, transmission, and distribution. But government couldn't just do it suddenly. What it did was to, initiate it piecemeal.
Gradually.
But it's so clear that over the past, since 2005, we have not actually achieved what was set out to achieve. Because currently you discover that electricity is not still available. And the plan to raise the generating capacity to 10,000 megawatts as of today still looks like a mirage because government is still involved. And we have been saying, get out of the stage, allow private companies to handle this. Let electricity be priced appropriately. It may go up momentarily, but with time, when we have business owners coming in to generate electricity, distribute, and transmit, with time, because of market forces, the price of electricity will definitely go down. But as I used to say, you cannot take a goat to the market. You sell the goat, and at the end of the day, you have refused to release the rope to the man who has just paid you for the goat. So as a result, government is still having a lot of influence in this subsector. So it's making those who are willing to come into the sector to be a bit nervous. And the discos and the gencos who are supposed to come in fully to recapitalize and run this business like a very good entity, they are finding it difficult because discos, for example, government is still keeping about 40% equity. So it's so difficult because government's involvement is still there.
Okay.